nothing at all. Woohoo, woohoo, nothing at all. Woohoo.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to take a look at this little RC car by Theefun. Really sharp looking RC car. Let's take a quick look at the box that it comes in here, and we can show you that the model number on this car is the, hope this shows up, the BG1512. Looking that up, I say, man, this looks familiar. This is actually a rebranded Subotech car. They use the BG and with 4-digit number naming convention. So it's actually a Subotech. I think everything that Theefun sells on Amazon is actually just rebranded. It's really a sharp looking car. I really like these plastic, though they look like alloy wheels. It's got rubber tires. Really nice looking car. But this would be a fine little car as a first car for a kid, but it's not really going to be a car for anybody else because it does have just a non-proportional steering. Here's a little dial that you use to adjust it. So there's no steering trim on the controller. It does have, however, proportional throttle, so that's nice. It's just made out of a standard like ABS plastic, so it's not really super well built, but it's, it'd be fine considering that it's not very fast. Because it's only powered by basically 4 AA batteries. This is I believe it's nickel metal hydrate. It's 500 milliamp hour, 4.8 volts. So it's basically the same as 4 AA batteries. So as you can imagine, this car is not very fast. In fact, it's actually quite slow, which will work out okay for a young kid. 5-6-year-old kid would have no problems at this speed, and with it being not like a composite plastic, you're not going to really break it at this slow speed. But it doesn't, it's not going to jump a whole lot. Very tiny little jumps, and it doesn't have any power with this battery pack either. It's just, I set it in the grass and it won't even move. So it's made to just drive on smooth surfaces like your driveway and your garage. It's fine if you've been driving around the house as long as you have enough area, just because it's kind of big. With a non-proportional steering, you have to do a lot of adjusting and reversing to get it to turn, since you can't just turn it a little bit. It does have independent suspension. It's just spring shocks, but it's not really a car that's going to need suspension because it's not going to be able to jump or anything like that. But like I said, it looks cool. I mean, I'll give it that. It's really a cool looking car that a younger kid, kindergarten to second grade age child is going to absolutely love the looks of this car, and it will work just fine for a kid that age. Just be mindful that it's not going to go through the grass. It's not going to go through a bunch of dirt, snow, or nothing like that. You're going to have to just drive it on, on your driveway, a smooth surface, parking lot, something like that. Now they were nice enough to include 2 battery packs, so that's good. You get a lot, extra run time. I don't know how long this is going to run. I drove it around for 5 to 7 minutes, something like that, and it had plenty of juice still. So they do give you 2. They have these weird connectors, which I've seen in other ones. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know why so many manufacturers use these oddball connectors rather than just like say a red JST would just be just fine for a small battery pack like this. But it's not, if you would need to replace a battery pack, you can easily buy 4 chargeable AA batteries and just cut this connector off, tape them together, and you'd have to do some wiring to wire the cells together. But you could do it. But as you can see, you get 2, so you probably won't need to worry about that. The controller it comes with is actually quite nice. It is just a plastic on here on the steering, but it gets pretty nice grip, the little lines and stuff. I always worry about some being too slick in your hand sliding at your steering, but I have several other controllers just like this used in some of the other cars. The exact same controller, and it works just fine. So your steering, your throttle, and your reverse power here. There's no servo reversing or anything like that, and of course there's no trim because there's no proportional steering, so the only thing you need trim on would be the throttle, and that's not really an issue on this car. Again, the charger is just another USB charger with the red light. This is going to take 3 hours or so to charge up. It's pretty slow to charge, but you can leave these rechargeable nickel metal hydrates plugged in overnight and just unplug it. I think the light comes on. I don't remember for certain, but it seemed like this charger did work. Lots of times on these old school chargers, for these nickel cadmiums and nickel metal hydrides, I don't always get the lights to even function right on these chargers. I just charge them up until they're warm, but this one I did believe worked. And really quick, the instruction manual is pretty nice, but it comes with a screwdriver, some extra body clips, which I don't know why you would need those. And it comes with a little Theefun insert in here, which I think, I have it flipped around in here. It's something about 10% off on everything if you share your experience online. So like a lot of the other Amazon sellers, they do reach out with some special offers like that, and extra batteries are not uncommon too, which we got from the Amazon sellers. So there's always a few perks from buying from Amazon, though also lots of times you do end up paying a little bit more than you would from China. But they have a contact email address here also if you want to get a hold of them. Like I said, a decent little car for a kid. Now for this drive review, it's going to be a little different than normal. Usually I go out and you hear me talk probably too much as I'm giving my insight about the car, which I hope is helpful to you guys. But in this instance, they asked me to kind of make them a demonstration video of the car driving around, just so people could see what it was capable of doing. So since it can't drive through the grass or anything like that, I wasn't able to drive it through the grass in the video I made, and I felt like why make two videos? The video I made I thought turned out pretty well. It's pretty short, it's about 3 minutes long. It's set to some music, so there's not any, you have to listen to my annoying blabbling on voice. And there's a few slow motion shots which I did just to kind of make it helpful for them, since you're going to be posting that portion, the drive review, to Amazon. But don't let that fool you, because obviously the car is not able to do a whole lot. In real don't those little bumps and jumps aren't even noticeable. In slow motion, it might make this car look a little better than it is. But I said don't let that fool you. But again, I'm not saying that the car is no good, because I think it's perfectly fine for a 6-year-old, as the box says, ages 6 and up. Just not something an adult or someone who's experienced in RC is going to find a lot of fun to drive around. So let's move along now, and we'll go on to that short drive review set to music. So guys, we'll be right back with that.
the dark side.